you know, I thought of the little index cards and I thought, okay, we're gonna do something with those. I don't know how this is gonna work.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be like stupid and I'm not gonna wanna do it or anything, but it's fun.
Why?
Because it's just fun to like figure out the names of like the people, and like it's kind of like you're figuring out a mystery, I guess.
I can't read the writing. I'm not fast. I don't know computers very well, so I thought it was way too hard. Then they did the training during the Sunday school hour, and I saw that I could do it, and started just kind of making myself try to do it.
I didn't think that it'd be something that you just do whenever you felt like it, or just for fun, but it's pretty fun.
It was my first time, and I was like, oh great, I get to help so many people find their families.
To be honest, I was not looking forward to it. I thought that it was going to be the worst experience of my life. I was so scared that my mom was going to make me do it and that I was going to be so bored, but it turned out to be a lot funner than I expected.
I thought that little like opening kickoff thing, I thought that definitely added more meaning, because you would see like this family with, you know, all these people in it, and they would all have their names down for temple work, and they'd go over here where they could, you know, spiritual prison and paradise and all that stuff. But then it'd be this one person who wasn't able to join their family, and you know, it's like, it's kind of sad. And so like doing indexing is like, you're helping maybe this one person who doesn't have their records to have their records and get it going through the system so they can join their family. When I show up to the little family history center or the computer place, and we get in there and they start teaching us how to do it, and I thought it was pretty cool.
It's pretty fun. Like, if you find a good one with good handwriting, then you can just go on for like 15 minutes and finish an entire packet, and then just pull up another one and keep doing it.
Especially when there's a hard name and you finally figure it out. It makes you feel really good, like they really want to help you, and they're really there and they want to receive those blessings of the temple.
At first, it's just kind of looking at a sheet of paper on the computer that has just a bunch of names and ages and all that kind of information. All you're doing is just typing it in and sending it back, no big deal. But I've got to say my perspective on two things, indexing and the temple, have both changed because of this experience that we've had.
It's kind of like a little puzzle that you have to figure out what the names say, and then sometimes you can make up stories in your head about how the people got their names or whatever, and what their life was like as you go through it.
Because you can see their name and their age, and you put them together in those family groups, I just think it's really fun. You really kind of get attached to these people, and you get excited if you figure out what their names are, if it's hard.
Maybe they're watching me. Maybe they're cheering because I just helped them.
Yeah, a lot of the time I really look at like the ages and the families and stuff, and I say, oh, how cute, I love that name, and she was just a little girl, and like I really like thinking about the families and stuff. It makes it come more to life.
It's fun because you just get to like go through all the names, and you can look up the names and do the research on them and find out what their life was like and how many brothers and sisters they had, and just like the different kind of names, which is kind of cool to see and do.
I don't know, it's just fun to see like where they're from, what language they speak, male, female, their names, because some of them have really weird names.
I do mine either on a Sunday after I've done some scripture study with my family, or I do it after I do all my homework and I have just free time.
When I find time to index, I find that my life becomes easier, and for those youth that don't want to do it because they think they're too busy, you're not too busy. I promise. Just give 10 minutes a day and you can probably finish at least like 3 batches in a week.
I think the kids have more time than they are thinking they have. But you have to use some of that Facebook time.
Usually, I did a lot on Saturdays, mostly, because that was when I had the most free time. And you thought, oh, well, I'm not doing anything, I might as well be doing some indexing. And if you just do 1 batch, for every Saturday, then you can really get a lot done just with that.
Sometimes you're just like, should I watch TV, hang out with friends? But then there's the times where you're just like, today's been a good day. Let's go index, or just, even if it's a bad day, sometimes indexing will make you feel better. I mean, there were times when I'd be sitting there thinking, I never imagined that I'd be saying, I'm going to index for fun.
But we've done all these things. Everyone, hey, come, we're having an indexing party. We're going to do a bunch of indexing. There's going to be food and it's going to be fun. And those have been way fun.
It's fun being able to see all the people who are going and who are doing lots of work. They finish at least 2 batches, and we all get to meet, and we're just having fun, and we feel like we've accomplished a lot.
It's really fun when we did the marathon, and you could do it with your friends, and really if you do have some free time at home, and if you really just start doing it, then you really get into it, and it really can become fun.
It's just so great. Like, you help a ton of people, because there's 50 names on every one of the sentences, and so you're helping 50 people at a time. And then they're just so easy, so you just keep doing them. So it makes you feel so good that you're helping so many people.
I had to do this thing at school, like, do your hobbies, and I put index, and my friend's like, what's indexing? So I tried to explain it as best as I could, and they're like, that seems so hard. I'm like, it's not really once you get used to it, and it's quite fun, actually.
Well, like last Sunday, I had 0 names or 0 things done, and so I was like, I need to do this. And so my parents were like, all right. So I got started going, and with the hard names, I'd ask them to come help me, and they was like, oh, this is really cool. So they created an account and started going.
You're helping people to have their names, to be able to be baptized and to be sealed in the temple. And so when you're thinking of that and then you're doing it, it's overwhelming sometimes.
It's just like baptisms that you go and you're doing work for people, and you'll be able to like help those people in the end because you're getting those names for baptisms and confirmations.
It's important stuff, and it makes it so we can get a lot more family history done and a lot more work done for all the people that have died without the gospel.
The temple has always been very sacred to me, but now that I know the amount of time that is put into finding these names so that they can have baptisms be done for them, it makes me think a lot more about the people and just all the hard work that has gone into making the temple successful.
I was just kind of thinking about indexing and the people that I'm doing it for, and also the people that I'm doing the work for in the temple as well. And it's just, the temple is just a better place to be now because of what I know and how I feel about it.
It makes me feel like a firefighter or a paramedic. You just help someone save their soul.
And I was thinking the other day, it's sort of like my Verizon network. It's like I've got all those people behind me, and I'm just so thankful that if I had a part in helping them get grouped or organized and into their family group. So they're like my Verizon network.
It's the best. All the cool people are doing it.
I wasn't really that excited, I'll admit it. But once I started doing it, it's addicting. It's fun to when you get a name that's really hard and you figure it out, and you're just like, yes. And then you just want to keep on going and going and going.
The little pop-up says this is addicting, and it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever, but it really is addicting. It's fun to do.
I just feel good when I'm doing it because it just makes me happy.
Just do it. You never know if it's fun unless you try it.
do it to make yourself a better person. It needs to be done for other people, for you maybe, to just get out there and maybe do some good things.
Just the fact that I can be like Christ in a smaller way than what he did for us is just, it makes me thankful for the opportunity that I have to do it.